Okay, some folks had asked me to do number 10, which is the house. What I'm going to do is I'm going to draw this part that kind of looks like a barn first, and then I'll add on the part where like the front door goes. Okay, so to start, oops, my overall width is 1.5, my overall height is 1.25, and the depth is going to be 2. I'm going to draw this part first and then just project it back. So I'm going to pick a point on my drawing and then I'm going to go back 6 triangles for 1.5. Okay. And it tells me that the highest point here, the ridge of the roof, is 0.75 over, and that's where it's 1.25. So from the center of this line, which is going to be 3 triangles, I'm going to go up 5. And I'm going to draw this line really lightly because it's truly a construction line. You guys make sure you draw it lightly. I'm drawing it pretty dark so you can see it on the document camera. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do the sides here. And it tells me that the height here is 0.75. So that's 3 triangles and 3 triangles. And now I'm just going to connect those dots. These are non-isometric lines. They will not match up on your grid paper, those last 2 there to make the ridge of the roof. I'm going to erase the center, the construction line I used, and now I've got the part that I'm working on. So now we're going to go back 2 inches. So from here, I'm going to count back 8 triangles, which is 2 inches. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to do the same thing at the ridge of the roof. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And the same thing over here. And now I'm going to connect those 2 dots with a line. When you draw the front one kind of light, and it will help you later because you're going to erase some of it. And then once again, we just connect the dots with non-isometric lines. Okay. So to do the front, I'm going to start with this piece, this surface. And I know from this corner, I'm going to go into to make this kind of, whoops, off the camera, make this kind of little L shape here. And we're going to connect it to the front of the house. And then come out this 0.5 here. So you're going to have like 2 rectangles kind of facing each other. Okay, now to get the ridge of this roof, this is the tricky part. This is 1.125, which is 1 1/8. So what I'm going to do is I know that 1 inch is 4 triangles, and 1 1/4 is 5 triangles, and 1 1/8 is somewhere in between. So I'm going to do my best to guesstimate where that point is by picking somewhere in between those 2 triangles. I'm going over 0.5 to get the ridge of the roof. So I'm going over 2 and then I'm counting up 4.5. 1, 3, 4.5. The whole front of this piece is 1, so I'm going to go ahead and draw that. Okay, and then back up 3. And now I connect this point to the point I laid out for the ridge of the roof. And now it's mostly done. We just need this line that goes back. And since this sticks out 0.5, I'm going to count back 2 here, and I'm going to add in another 2, so for 4. Alright, so I had to edit this video because I kept getting interrupted, so I'm sorry about that, and let's see if we can finish this drawing. So from this point, I'm going to go back 4 triangles. And I know it's 4, but the drawing you guys have, it's really missing that dimension, just so you know. And I'm going to connect this point to that point. And then over here, I'm going to go back 2 triangles from this corner. And then I just connect that point to this corner. Alright, so then just clean it up, erase this line here, you don't need it. Make sure your corners are nice and tight. And there's your little house.